Let's all summon Tati Westbrook because we're about to kind of copy her and do a what the fuck? We have a $200 foundation to try, so if you'd like to see how that works out for us, then just keep watching. Hi, my loves. Okay, we have a new foundation to try. I'm a little... So, I've started getting like random things sent to me in the mail, like samples and just random stuff. And they're coming from various companies. So, I got this foundation in the mail last week. And I've been meaning to try it. But I keep putting it off for a perfect day. And it's July 4th, even though this won't air on July 4th, I don't think. So I thought, it's good as day as any. I wasn't going to work. I don't want to test foundations on days I'm going to work. But the reason I was saving this for a special occasion is because of how much the retail value of this foundation is. So, you're not on Tati's channel. This is not a Tati What the Fuck Tuesday. But the retail value of this foundation is $195. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. Who is paying $195 for foundation? Like, I know there are people in this world that have an unlimited supply of funds, but buy your red bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Buy your Gucci luggage. $200 foundation. Like, I feel like were I one of these people, I would still stick to the good foundations. Like, I might even, do Charlotte Tilbury on the regular. Jouer. I think I would still get my Milani for $10. But $200 for foundation. I'm taken aback. Whoever you are out there that is doing this, hit me up. Because clearly, I'm doing something wrong with my life. And I want to be you. I want to be you. So, let's talk about the foundation. It is LaPrairie Skin Caviar Essence in Foundation with an SPF of 25. Let's just read what it says. It says, Skin Caviar Essence in Foundation Broad Spectrum Sunscreen. The first water foundation infused, the first compact foundation infused with caviar water for complexion perfection. A fluid emulsion encapsulated in a cutting-edge application system. It is the art of foundation, as only LaPrairie can conceive it. Oh, so here are the benefits of this foundation. It leaves skin with a refined texture. Skin feels smoother. Buildable light to medium coverage for a seamless finish. Protects from UV damage, portable and refillable. I mean, they even tell you the science behind the foundation. Girl, I just want to know if it's going to look good on my face. Okay. So this little compact that they sent, or this little, comes in 4 colors. And this is a cushion foundation. So it comes in like a compact. And then they give you this special applicator. But I do have my beauty blender on standby because I'm just a beauty blender girl. Alright, so I think we can go with this Creme Peche. It's in 10, so a neutral. I want to save these others for, you know, one of those days that I want $200 worth of foundation on my face. I've never had those days up until this point, but, you know. Alright, let's get this little puff out. I don't know. Okay, let's just do it. It's hard to work with. Can I just use my beauty blender? I hate to be like negative, but okay, I'm using my beauty blender. I'm sorry. It's pretty. Do I feel like lifestyle of the rich and famous right now? Okay, it is settling into my fine lines really bad. I don't know if you can see it. And it's really not offering me, but it does say light to medium buildable coverage. I think right now with one layer, it's definitely a light to light medium coverage. It's like already settling in my nose here. It's settling into these fine lines. So I don't know that I want to put a second layer on, to be honest. But I would like to see how she builds up. So let's just go in with a little bit more. It really does apply better with this applicator, but it's just awkward putting your makeup on with it. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. So we have a rather natural looking finish. My skin looks pretty, it looks healthy, but I mean, you can tell I have makeup on, so it's not a, you know, some foundations that are more water-based and claim to have a light to medium. It's a your skin but better, but you can definitely tell I have makeup on, especially in the fine line areas. So I'm going to finish up my look, meet you back here. We'll do a time check-in so we can see how it wears throughout the day. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, I have actually had this on for about an hour. It's 11:24 right now. As soon as I finish my makeup, my new boss, y'all know I started a new position, he called me on the 4th of July and he wanted to strategize. I'm like, I really don't want to talk about billing and invoicing and performance and all that stuff. I'm trying to talk about a $200 foundation today. All right, so what are my initial thoughts of this $200 foundation? First of all, girlfriends and boyfriends, this does not look any better than any other foundation I have. Like, I really expected this just miraculous face, right? I expected No pores. I still got my pores. I was expecting no settling into fine lines. It still settled into my fine lines. And I was expecting no cakiness. And there's still areas where she is cakey. So, is it pretty? I mean, I guess it's all right. It's no better than any other foundation I have over there in my little makeup bookshelf. It really isn't. There's nothing spectacular about it. Now, we're going to see how it wears today, and I'm going to put it through some hard times because I got a barbecue to go to, so we'll be outside. It is pretty. But I could get pretty with, you know, a $10 drugstore foundation. I could get pretty with a $30 foundation. I ain't got to spend $200. And what I think you're spending $200 on is, first, let's face it, the name, LaPrairie. LaPrairie. It just sounds expensive, you know what I mean? So you are paying for the name. I'm guessing, based on what I read on their website, this is infused with skincare. So you are paying for the skincare as well. Really, most foundations that you buy, for the most part, it's just a foundation. It's not going to improve your skin over time. Now, there are some foundations that do have skincare, but the majority of them, they make you look pretty for the day, and then that's a wrap. They're not infused with skincare. This one is. But it's still not worth $200. If I was going to spend $200, I would invest it in skincare, right? And then still stick with my Milani or Charlotte Tilbury foundations. So we're going to do a couple of check-ins throughout the day. I might try to see if some of my family will join me, and I'll ask them, how's my foundation look? We'll see if any of them can guess the price of this face. All right, I'm about to wash this $200 foundation off, but let's talk about how it did. Now, I've had it on about 9 hours, so, you know, that's a good little run. And I was outside in, like, hot weather. Like, it felt like 200 degrees, but I think it was more like 97. So, how did it hold up? I have no creasing here, but I also have no foundation here, and it's coming off here. In the cheek area, it held up really well, but it's almost like disappearing from my face. Like, you know how foundations will start to get oily and greasy and cakey, but this one is just kind of like fading away. It does look really weird here because there's no foundation, but I would say it held up okay. Probably as good as most foundations that I have, or better. No, I actually have to say it held up better than most foundations. My skin still looks relatively good, except for this area. And touching up a little bit throughout the day would have helped that. But when I do a wear test, I don't touch up. I just let it be. So on performance, longevity, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. No, let's give it a 4.5 because it did go away from here. But still, $200? No. So based on the value, I'm giving it 0 stars, because though it looks good, it ain't $200 good. All right, my loves, I'm gonna go wash this off. Have a great night.